about social media. We're going to get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, we're still waiting for James and Brad. We have a search party on them right now. We got also Brian Bitler with us, Zawacky, Jay Briggs, and Nick Menken. Here's how they'll sign up for this evening. We've got the Briggs, Francis, Bitler, Clark, Zawacky, Menken, and then I will close this one out. All right, more and more baseball today. One game in the books. Cubs get the win 4-3 against the Cardinals. Gives us 14 games on the board here in the primetime hour. So we'll get started with the show. Let's welcome in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Jay in right now. Hope you catch that NFL show here every day on the channel. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T?
Things going great. All right, here we go. Battle here in the AL East between the Orioles and Rays. We see the Rays favorite here, minus 150. We see a total of 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a battle for first place going on in this series. The O's low-key stole it yesterday. And the Rays, man, they are really, really struggling. Now, what is it? 6, 7 straight? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But I'm going to take them today. I think today's a bounce-back spot. I think the losing streak comes to an end. I'm going to take the Rays money line. I'm going to trust them in the trop, man. This is where they usually go stupid, dummy, crazy, as I say in the NBA. But I can trust the Rays in Tropicana where they usually get most of their wins, man. You just look at their record, best home record in the major leagues at home, and I think we kind of see them get back to rhythm today. Eflin going for them. I think we see a solid outing for him. And Bradish on the other side, I'm a little nervous for this specific spot. Yeah, he has been dealing recently. We got to give him some credit for that, but this is a Rays offense that I think can ignite, and I think at home on a Friday night, back in front of their home fans, they've been on the road a lot. I think tonight is a night where we can see them come back.
All right, Jay says take the Rays here. Minus 143, minus 150. Do your line shopping. Get the best ever. In this one, you see a big price here on the Rays at home, but you can shop. I see some 43s in some of the places. Sharpest book in the world has Rays minus 150. That's where the money's coming in, obviously, there. As we shoot the squares at minus 143. Rays here, minus 150 at the sharpest books. So the sharp money here on the Rays, no doubt about that. Of course, kind of going against some things here. We've seen the issues here with this Rays. It's the bats were a little cold on the road trip. Now the second game home. Baltimore is hitting the ball, and Bradish, it's been solid. And the pitching staff for the Orioles have been performing well.
They have. And the O's, they had a lot of ground to make up to come back and make this division a series or make this division, some competition. And they did that because the Rays got off to a huge start this season. And we've seen them regress a lot, but I think this is a spot where we see them show back up at home. I just really do. I get it, man. The O's have been hot and the Rays have been going the opposite direction, but home is usually a good spot for a team to get some mojo back. And I think for the best home team in baseball, today should be the day.
All right, here we go. Jay here on the Rays, a minus 143 against the Orioles. This one to have a start time here of 6:40 Eastern Time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. 14 games on the board for Major League Baseball. So really good results for Jay this year in Major League Baseball. You see that solid return here, 518 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a money-making 3-pack over at Pick Dogs Premium, man. It includes my $19 MLB play of the day. I really love tonight's card, man. I think we're going to go 3-0. So if you want to go 3-0 with me, hop on the 3-pack. If you just want my favorite play on the board tonight, $19 over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also, it's Christmas in July. If you're rocking with me, rock with me. Scoop up my yearly package, the cheapest it'll be all year. And you get from now till this time next year. And that's every play. NBA, baseball, NFL, college football, college basketball. It's everything for one low price right now. Christmas in July. Scoop that package up. Let's continue making some money here at Pick Dogs.
That's right, guys. Got a board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. From you see his great reduction here in Christmas in July. Jay, you might want to put that in your title, Christmas in July here. You have the reduction in the price. So get on board here with Jay over at Pick Dogs Premium. Christmas in July, that's his 1-year pass, big discount. Also, you could also use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off, another $150 off that 1-year all sports pass. Use the promo code PICK, save that 15% off. As Jay said, all the sports that he handicaps here at Pick Dogs, as well as the postseason, preseason football as well in there. The best value for your money is that 1-year pass right now. Christmas in July. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll catch up with you again on Monday, but we catch you a lot here on the morning shows, NFL show as well with Mitch daily.
Yeah, a lot going on for me here at Pick Dogs. You can see me in the morning with Chris and Mitch. You can see me in the afternoon, me and Mitch, as we do our homework live, going over some football. And you can see me hosting the weekend show this weekend as I bring in all the guys and we chat some baseball and we try to give out winners for all the crew. So a lot of action for me. And I'm just here, man, trying to continue to help the people make some money.
That's right, guys. Somebody with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. Get that 1 year pass and check out the live shows. Tomorrow weekend, a lot of the drive-through cappers in there giving out their picks on the weekends. All right, Jay, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week.
Yes, sir, Tony T. I'll see you on Monday.
See you on Monday indeed. Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Let me take a quick peek, see if we have found James and Brad. Let's see here. I don't know if let's see if James is still underground. Let's see where Brad is. See if Brad's above ground. Let's see where they are here. Have they shown? I don't see them. Okay, so we're still. I don't see them, so we'll continue on here. We'll go up to Brian Bitler, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring in Brian. Wow, he's been hot in baseball right now. Let's bring in what's happening.
Well, love to be here on a Friday. My internet a little bit spotty tonight. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi, but hopefully I can get you this free pick here. I'm looking to get hot on Friday and coast right through the weekend. Going to do some square dancing tonight.
There's some square dancing indeed with Brian. Ready to roll here. Late night game out west. Blue Jays with that flame trip out to face the Mariners. The Mariners favored here minus 112. We see a total of 8.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to take the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line here for my drive-through play Friday night. This Blue Jays team really starting to surge, winners of 7 of their last 10 games, as they sit a few games up on the Boston Red Sox for that final wild card spot. Got Kikuchi, has looked off 3 straight starts, but this Mariners team, I've been on them for premium plays, has been very inconsistent. Very comparable team ERAs if you look at these two teams, but Toronto Blue Jays, I think, far and away the better offense. Bryce Miller has not been able to go more than about 5 innings for the Seattle Mariners over his last 3 starts. If you look at the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line, they've won 13 last 19 games for a 21% return on investment here. I'm going to take the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line to get the job done tonight.
All right, Brian here will be on the Blue Jays here. The money line is the play from Brian here at plus 109, plus 104. During line shopping, you'll get the best numbers indeed. Of course, some of the spot players looking at this one, they might think, boy, this is a long flight here for Toronto, having to go to Seattle after a game. No day off. Remember, Mariners played at home. They played that actually day game, so they have a little bit more rest there. How do you look at some of these angles here where you see a team like the Mariners, a home game, an afternoon game at home, then Blue Jays having to travel cross country?
It's definitely a little bit of a worry. I think I would have been more worried if Seattle was on the East Coast traveling back home and not getting any rest and having to open up with the Blue Jays. So it would bother me more if the home team was traveling today. But Toronto Blue Jays, that is a little bit of a worry. I think that's why the price is where it's at with Toronto, because Seattle hasn't looked like world beaters. And I covered yesterday with the Seattle Mariners, but overall they've been a little bit sketchy lately.
Yeah, it's the hitting that'll get you there. Kikuchi's also a hit or miss guy, right?
For sure, he could go out there and throw 7 shutout innings, or he could get bounced in the 3rd or 4th inning. So you never know what you're going to get with him. I'm kind of banking on the Toronto Bats winning this one later on in the game when the Seattle brings your bullpen in.
All right, there we go. Brian here, Blue Jays, the plus here, plus 109, plus 104. Do your line shopping, get the best number. We're showing the sharpest book in the world. Let's see what everybody else is around the world here. You can see some minus 101s, even money in most places. So do your shopping, get the best numbers. I do see a minus 105 here, so we're seeing some support.
Minus 105 there at minus 105.
Yeah, we're seeing a minus 105 on one of the sharpest books in Vegas. So a lot of sharp money in Vegas here on this Jays team. So you can shop for the plus, get the best numbers. This one to have a start time here, 10 p.m. Eastern time, a late night start. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. 14 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. Brian, as we said, has been on a tear. 1,249 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. You can verify those numbers. Simply go to Brian's handicapper page, go down to Pick History. 14 games tonight from baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tell you what, consistency is what I'm trying to do in baseball this year. If I can just keep on this path until football starts, we'll be riding with a nice profit. But as always, the best thing to do is go on over to pickdogs.com, get my titanium play. That's my $15 best bet. It's 192, 143, and won the last 337. That's a 57% hit rate. Or get all three of my best bets tonight, all in baseball. My Square Dance and 3-pack, you get all three best bets for $50. Guaranteed to turn a profit, or you get a credit return.
That's right, guys.
Oh, and also, Christmas in July. Sorry to cut you off, Tony. Christmas in July, that numbers, July is ending, so you want to head on over to pickdogs.com, get that year low, get my year pass for just $999. Use code PICK at checkout, get 15% off. So now's the time of year you want to get that year pass. You can get it for $750. So make sure you visit pickdogs.com and check it out.
That's right. 1 year all sports pass access here from Brian Bitler. All sports, Christmas in July, the big discount here. Save $150 off that 1 year pass, which has been greatly reduced. We see the really low prices right now in that 1 year pass, so that's what you want to look for. Christmas in July, and again, you guys might want to title that Christmas in July in the title there. We're seeing a lot of the prices. Actually, we see it there in the text there, but probably the title we might want to indicate Christmas in July, because that's our promotion we're running now, handicappers. So make sure we get that title into the that description into the title. Get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. 1 year all sports pass, Christmas in July, your best value right now over at Pick Dogs. Scroll down at the bottom of Brian's page, you'll find it there, greatly reduced right now. Promo code PICK, save you another $150. That's the way to roll. Great results from Brian here from baseball for this season. And of course, remember that 1 year all sports pass covers all the sports that Brian handicaps, includes postseason as well, some preseason football in there. So that's the time to get on board with Brian Bitler. All right, Brian, it's always great having your show. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy the square dancing back home, and go say hello to your if you're familiar friends over there.
That's right. I'm excited to get out to the bar, do some square dance tonight. It's going to be a huge Friday. I know Friday usually a public night, but tonight's going to be definitely be a good night for me, and we're going to ride through the weekend, hopefully on a winning streak.
On a winning streak, so catch up there with Brian. All right, Brian, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week. Any appearances this week on these weekend shows?
I'm going to try to hit both tomorrow. I love hanging out with Jay and all the great handicappers on the weekend, so I'm going to try to make both of them.
There you go, guys.
Lord
So keep an eye for Brian. He's been hot in baseball, so you want to tune on the weekend show, get a pick from Brian. All right, Brian, have a great weekend. Catch up with you next week.
Catch you later, Tone. Have a good one.
You got it. Brian Bitler here on the Drive-Thru. Guys, if you missed any picks, we will do a recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's take a look here at the roster. Don't see our guys, Brad or James, yet, so I guess they might have to miss the show because don't see them. Do not see them. All right, so let's get Rod's play ready here. Rod's coming up here, but I just want to make sure I have his game loaded because we got a baseball game coming up here from Rod, and actually it's a pretty good one. So let's bring him in right now. Rod Zawacky, catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. Good to us here on the show with his peripheral picks, and we'll have those too as well. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Enjoying the Friday afternoon. We got a heat wave going on, so definitely spent out outside. Trying to not get too much sun on the face, otherwise, you know me, I'm fair skinned. It doesn't take long. I'll look like lobster.
Yeah, so you gotta get that dog for a walk. You gotta get up super early, right?
Oh yeah, first thing in the morning by 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's nice. It's cool. It's not so hot. Right now, this is the hottest part of the day outside right now. And of course, they both want to go outside. They're like, "Come on, we want to go outside. It's nice out."
I'll wait till sunset. Once the sun goes down, you can probably get them an evening one. Indeed, with get the lights on. You got those little lights on your dogs? You got the collar lights?
Yeah, they got a collar. They have a collar that goes around their neck, and it flashes red lights so that when it is dark at night, then that way they're seen. It is for our big lots of traffic, the odd one truck that might go down the little dirt road we go up. But other than that, yeah, it's it's so quiet. Small town living, don't have to worry too much.
Now, are you a chip guy? Do you chip them?
Oh yeah, they're chipped. Yeah,
because
where we rescued them from, that's what they give you. They're spayed, they're neutered, and chipped, and all the first shots. So they're all ready to go for you, all included in one package when you scoop them up.
Scoop them on the rescue, excellent. All right.
Yeah, the rescue center and Saving Grace.
Nice.
Shout out to Saving Grace. Good job.
Shout out there, guys. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Competitive on paper here and on the lower board here. Red Sox and Mets going head to head here in Boston here. Red Sox minus 106. We see a total now of 10.
Yeah, right. Top of 10. Thinking we're going to see some high scoring here. I don't know. I think we're got a pitcher's duel on our hand here in this one. You look, Cutter Crawford's going to get a start for Boston. and he's been pitching well. 2-0 with a sub-3 RA over his last 3. Boston's 3-1 in his last 4 starts, so pitching very well. The other side of it, we're getting close. Sengai is getting the start here, and he hasn't given up. If you look, he hasn't given up a whole lot of runs. He's been pitching well. He's given up 1 run, 2 runs, 4 runs. So pitching very well, but those just haven't equated to wins for the Mets. The Mets are 1-4 in his last 5 starts. So definitely been pitching well, just not getting the run support, which has happened many times to the Mets this season. And for me, that's when you look at the offense here. Bullpen-wise, I give the edge to Boston. They've got the better bullpen. And then offensively, it's you look at Boston the last 10 games, they're bashing 280 versus teams. And they're scoring 6.9 runs a game over that time. And while you look at the other side of that, and the Mets batting 208 and averaging 4 runs a game, that's a big difference. It's almost 2 runs a game difference here. Boston winners of 5 straight at home. I got to go with Boston here to open up the series and win game 1.
There we go. We got Rod here on the Boston side here. Red Sox minus 113. Yeah, I think the big difference here are these bats. When you see the Red Sox, they hit the ball well at home. Mets have not been really good against winning teams. 10 games under 500 against winning teams. Always got to worry about Senga getting that run support.
And that's, exactly what I said. Like, he's been pitching well. His last time he's gave up 1 run, 2 runs, and then gave up 4 runs. But have any of those equated to wins? Yeah, he got 1 win. One of those will be the wins 5. The Mets just haven't given him the run support. So he's pitched well. Tough spot for him, as always, in going here against the Red Sox. I think the Mets are going to struggle to get 3-4 runs, and I think Boston gets their usual 6-7 in this one. 10's tough to beat. I mean the under as well on that one, but we give us Boston here. I think they easily win game 1 of this series.
Rod says take Boston here, game 1 of this series against the Mets. Of course, here we are. It's Friday, so some peripherals here from Rod. Let's start here with this WNBA tonight. We see a line here between the Liberty and Mystics going head-to-head. Liberty, big favorites here on the road between 10, 10.5. I'm already seeing 11 in this one, total about 163.5 to 162.5.
Yeah, big line in this one, and it's crazy because I think that's just too many points there between these two teams. New York on the road this season hasn't been bad, but they're 8-11 ATS against the spread. So trying to cover these big numbers, not what Liberty does. They equate to wins. They're 14-5 on the season win-wise. If you look at the Liberty, they're 0-4 ATS in the last 4 games. And the Mystics on the other side, 5-1 ATS in their last 6 at home. Getting a little bit disrespected here are these Washington Mystics. I would take the Washington Mystics plus the 10.5 at home. I'd be able to cover this number if they don't got a shot. They definitely got a shot at winning this outright. They're not that bad of a team and getting disrespected at home. Take the Mystics plus the points.
Plus the points for the Mystics. There we go. All right,
Yep.
Rob, we got CFL Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We started off tonight here. Argonauts and Tiger Cats. We're seeing Toronto, big road favorites, about 10, total 50.
Yeah, huge road favorites here for the Boatmen, and with good reason. They're 4-0 on the season, 2-0 on the road, 2-0 against that number, but it's north of a touchdown again, and I think these two teams battle it out. They always play close, tight games. I would take Hamilton plus the 9.5 in that one. I think they can keep it within a touchdown. I think the Boatmen win by 4 or 5 points in that one. So take Hamilton plus the points in that one tonight. And then tomorrow, we got the BC taking on Saskatchewan. And I think this BC team is real crazy battle with Saskatchewan last week. So, again, there's too many points. I think BC wins this by a touchdown. Takes Saskatchewan plus the 10 points there in that one. And the other one, I like Ottawa to win it outright against Calgary. Calgary at home here. 0-2 at home, 0-2 against the number at home are these Stampeders. Looking for their first home win, and Ottawa with that huge comeback win against Winnipeg. Definitely going to carry that momentum forward into that game on Sunday versus the Stampeders in Calgary Sunday night with Ottawa Red Blacks on the money line. I think they outright Stamps at home in that one.
All right.
We got the Elks home. Look, the Elks got
Yeah.
the cover in last night for us. When we opened it up at Monday, The line was 16.5. I said, that was way too many. That line kept moving all week long. It went to 16.5. It went to 15.5. It went to 14.5. Still got the cover, 14-point loss for the Elks. I said they weren't going to win, and no chance they were going to beat Winnipeg. But too many points.
Too many points
Think
there.
all the dogs in the CFL. All the dogs.
Dogs in the CFL. Looks like for a dog weekend. Big lines here. We've had about 2 or 3 of the games double-digit in favorites.
Double-digit lines, yeah. Disrespecting some Canadian football teams here. That's just too many.
That's too early in the season for this.
Too early in the season for double-digit lines for these teams. Way too early.
Wait, no, indeed. All right, so you got your peripherals from Rod. Dogs.
Dogs.
WNBA, CFL. They're barking here. And then the Red Sox here with the pick in baseball tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, one game in the books already, but we got 14 games scheduled to start here in Major League Baseball in the primetime hour at 10, nearly 1,100 units of profit. Rod's been on fire here over the last 3 days. Past 7 days showing great profit. Yesterday showing profit. All right, Rod, what do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium today, I love today's action. I got 5 premium plays up there. You can get all 5 premium plays in my Stake Friday package. Or if you're just looking for one best bet, well, my play of the day has been money. 36-16 over the last 52 on that one. We're hitting my play of the day at over 70%. But it's that time of year, and this is the best deal that you're going to get all year. Grab my year pass where you get all my plays in the NFL, college football, the rest of the baseball season. NHL's coming up. College basketball's right around the corner. I was digging in and checking out the teams in the Maui gym. Wow, is that going to be a great tournament this year? Woo! Is that going to be good? Good Maui, good teams in that tournament. So grab the year pass. Christmas in July. $997.97. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Get $150 off that package. It worked out to be about between $70 and $80 a month for the rest of the year, and you get all the plays I got released over at Big Dog Premium for the whole year. So jump aboard, let's make some money, and continue to stay hot, and pound them bookies.
Pound them bookies indeed, guys. Got to put with Zawacky over at Pick Dodge Premium. Great results in baseball. You see the numbers there. Christmas in July, big reduction here for Rod here on his Christmas in July pass. So $997.97. Pick is the promo code. It's about 15% off. Adds up to about $150 off that price. So even greater value there, where you can double up on the savings there. So get on board. 1 year all sports. That's, remember, all sports Rod handicaps, including postseason playoffs, including preseason NFL. So great value there with that 1 year all sports pass. Christmas in July. You better act now because the offer expires August the 1st. All right, Rod, as always, great having the show. Keep up the great work. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Yeah, I'll see you Monday, but I'll see everybody else tomorrow morning. We got the weekend show, so
That's right.
I'll definitely pop my head in there and join the group for the weekend shows. Definitely love seeing everybody on the weekend show. You see a lot of familiar faces that you see here on the drive-thru over there on the weekend show. Definitely tune in, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We'll go over a bunch of different plays with you. Definitely tune in. Good times there on the weekend, and you have yourself a great weekend there, Tony, and I will see you on Monday.
We'll see you on Monday. We'll catch them on the weekend show, so tune in 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, so when these shows are live on the weekend, you get them in real time, these picks in real time to get the best numbers. All right, Rod, enjoy Steak Friday. Enjoy that steak tonight. We'll catch up with you on the drive-thru on Monday.
Definitely, I will. I'll enjoy the steak tonight out there in the nice heat. Almost 35 degrees out here today, getting hot. Monday's supposed to be even hotter, so weekend of hot. Here it comes. Got another heat wave coming here in Alberta. So
yikes! So what's on the grill tonight?
I think I enjoy it. Enjoy it while it's here, right? Enjoy it while it's here.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's minus 30. So
That's right. No, wait too long before we get that crazy weather. All right, Rod. Enjoy that steak tonight. We'll catch up with you on the drive-thru Monday.
Yeah, have a good one, Tony. Catch you Monday.
You got it. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to do a recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Nick Menken is up next. We'll bring him in right now. Catch him over at Pick Dog Premium. You've seen the top of leaderboards. He's been on absolute fire. Hope you're catching his video series, that Nerfy Yerfy of the day, featured video series here over at Pick Dogs. So you guys make sure you tune in. Never misses a show. It's on there every single day. Let's bring in Nick in right now. Ready to roll with Nick Menken. Nick, what's happening? All right, Nick, we got on mute. I think you're on mute there. Or sometimes if you sign out, sign in, maybe that might correct it. Sometimes that'll correct it. We have sometimes weird issues like that where the sound goes. Just sign out of the connection, and then sign back in. If you did a browser connection, just sign out of the browser connection and sign back in. That usually fixes the problem. All right, we got a frozen picture there, so we'll sign out, sign back in here in a second. As you can see, the scroll here, some of the games about to start, top of the hour. We can tell you there is one final already. We can hear you right now. We got him back.
Yep.
All right.
We're good.
We're good to go here. Let's roll. Here we go. This crazy AL Central division here. White Sox and Twins going head-to-head with the Twins favored -144. Total sits at 8.
Yeah, right now we got a divisional series going on right now in the AL Central. Chicago White Sox are coming in at 4th in the division, while the Minnesota Twins are currently 1st in that division. Lance Lynn will be on the mound for the Chicago White Sox. His record is 6-8 this season with a 6.07 ERA. I must say, Lynn has 108 innings pitched this season recorded, and he also has 133 strikeouts. Not too bad. That's an average over 1 strikeout per inning. That's pretty good for Lance Lynn. But in his last 4 games, he's given up 12 runs. It's okay, a little high. He does have a higher ERA. The Chicago White Sox are 4-6 in their last 10 games, and they just won their last ball game yesterday against that New York Mets team, 6-2 in New York. They'll have their hands full against Minnesota. Joe Ryan, and he is 8-6 this season with a 3.77 ERA. Joe Ryan kind of has similar numbers with Lance Lynn. Ryan's got 112 innings pitched, and he also has 131 strikeouts like Lance Lynn. That is about an strikeout per inning. Joe Ryan has given up 16 earned runs in his last 4 games. This game is played in Minnesota. I expect Joe Ryan to come out and to have a little better outing than his last start in Oakland. Who did he play? The Athletics. Yeah, that's right. Okay. The Athletics. He went 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and gave up a home run in that one against the bad Athletics team. I expect him to be ready today against the Chicago White Sox team, even though their run production offensively has gone up a little bit. But so have the Minnesota Twins, and this bullpen for this Minnesota Twins team is locked down. I'd like the Minnesota Twins money line in this game. I think it's going to be a nice win for Minnesota at home.
All right, here we go with Nick here on the Twins, minus 150, minus 144. Let's take a look here at the current live odds. That's one sharp book that we have up there. Let me see what the lines look here. Pretty much around the number here, about minus 150, minus 151. Seeing a 49 in some places in Vegas. Offshore world, a sharp book at minus 157. So some variance here in the numbers. So make sure you shop, get the best numbers in this one. Yeah, you used to play big time college baseball. It's kind of weird to see a strikeout pitcher like Lynn, 28% strikeout rate, but gets in trouble with the home run, almost 2 home runs per 9 innings this season.
Yeah, it's Lance Lynn has given up a lot of long balls. I believe he has 24 home runs given up. He attacks hitters in the box, but sometimes it leads to mistakes, and opposing teams like to hit him out, especially early on in ball games. So I think the Minnesota Twins will get to Lance Lynn early in this ball game.
All right, we have Dick here on the Twins, minus 150 against the White Sox. Let everybody know about your video series. It's a Nerfy Yerfy. There may be some new people here watching the show not familiar with the terminology. What is a Nerfy Yerfy?
Yep, a Nerfy means no runs first inning, pretty self-explanatory, and then a Yerfy is yes runs first inning. All we do is bet on the first 6 outs of the ball game in that first inning. It's yes, they're scoring a run, or no, they're not scoring a run. Do that video every day. We're actually on a 7-0 run. We just hit the Nerfy in today's ball game against the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. No runs first inning. They didn't score any runs in that. Do it every day, and we're absolutely on fire right now. So go check it out on Pick Dog's YouTube.
Pick Dog's YouTube, guys. You definitely want to get on board here with those Nerfy Yerfies video series from Nick. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Nick drops that video, those Nerfy Yerfy, you get them right away. Get the best numbers before these lines move. That's the best advice I can give you. That's why you want to subscribe and set notifications so you get the best numbers. That's what you want to do here. Don't wait when the video's up there for 3 or 4 or 5 hours and you see line moves. No. Get them right away. And Nick's been on fire. All right, Nick, let's take a look at Pick Dog for tonight's action. We still have 14 games on the board. Nick, you see him top of the leaderboards here. 2,258 units of profit here for the year, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Every play is documented. Every play you can verify by going over to Nick's handicapper page. Go to Pick History. You can see every play there. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we got the MLB lock of the day coming out in about 10 minutes here. So go check that out. It still hasn't, the first pitch still hasn't been thrown. So got that, and also my 3-pack bundle. We have 2 out of those 3 games are plus money value. So looking to absolutely capitalize on the books today and to take them down.
That's right, guys. Got a board with Nick Menken over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results you've seen here for the year. Plays tonight, a 3-pack on the board, a lock of the day. You can also go long-term pass here with Nick. You know, very popular is that 3-day pass on the weekend. You get all of Nick's premium plays for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with that 3-day pass. Get all of his baseball. He's been on fire. Pick is the promo code. You'll save 15% off that pass. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, making it even greater value there. All right, Nick, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again here next week. And, of course, we can always catch your Nerfy Yearfies. Do you do any weekend appearances on that weekend show? There's a lot of cappers on that show.
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not on the weekends. Just the drive-through, Tony.
Just the drive-through? Gotcha. All right, that's where you catch them here on the drive-through, or catch that video series every day here on the channel. All right, Nick, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, Tony, you take care. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Nick Menken here on the drive-through. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap them all here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. We just have 1 pick remaining. I don't see Brad or James signing in here. Let me double check to see if they have signed in to the show. They were scheduled. I got no response from them. So nope, not in. No pick either from them. So I would probably figure that's why. So let me see if I got an email from them. No email, no text, no IM. All right, let's continue. Actually, Mills, you can fill in. You should have told me sooner. If you can hear the show, sign in. Well, actually, no, we got. Oh boy, that's gonna be tough because he's sharing this. He's sharing a signal. If he can sign in on, well, let me see. Let me see if I can pull Mills in from the Skype world. We can do an impromptu Mills appearance here. Let's see if he's still on. He may not be still on, but anyway, let me see. Let me try and bring in Mills. You just can't text me like a minute after the show starts. It's tough. Well, I'm going to try and see if I can pull Mills in on the Skype world, and we can bring him in here. I'll put him to call into Mills, and let's continue on here on the drive. We'll get to my pick, and if Mills signs in, he does have a play tonight here, by the way, so we'll just do it impromptu with Mills, but we'll get to my play. Let's go ahead and continue here on the drive-through, and we'll get to my pick. Let's see if we can pull it up here in just a second. We're still waiting on Mills if he's able to fill in. He did say that, but it was a little late getting the word in. All right, let me get to my pick. It's not going to be this game because I have to go in there and adjust it here. So let's get the game up for you. We're going to be looking at Nationals game tonight, and let's get the game up for you. The Nationals and Giants going head-to-head tonight, and then this one, we're going to be looking here at a total, and I will be on the total here of over 9.5 runs here between the Giants and the Nationals. And in doing so, I just want to make sure I'm showing 10 at the sharpest book in the world, and I can tell you that there are 9.5s pretty much everywhere else. There's no doubt about that. Pretty much 9.5s everywhere else out there. So get the best numbers if you can. In this one, I think I've made connection here with Mills. If you can hear me, Mills, we will put you on Skype if you're available. So I got it at the last minute here. Actually, okay, Mills, we'll get to you after I give out my picks. So Mills, stand by. All right, Wood is getting us started here for San Francisco. ERA 4.5, a high whip of 1.53, 11.5% walks. So he's had some issues here. Jake Irvin, he's got an ERA about 5, the whip 1.5. Only strikes out 16%, gives up a lot of contact, a lot of walks as well. Nationals pitching has been hammered coming off the break. They've gone over in all 6 games following the All-Star break. That's why you see that 10, I think, in the sharpest book in the world. 9.5s everywhere else. Giants put about 5.5 runs on the road. Wood, over his past 4 starts, has allowed 13 runs in 16 1/3 innings. You look at Irvin, his past 4 starts, 12 runs in 19 2/3 innings, with the bullpen behind him, an ERA of 5.49. Nationals do hit lefties, so we're going to go over here, San Francisco and Washington, over the total of 9.5 of runs. And this one will have a start time here of, we'll get it up there for you right now, here of Top of the hour, right? 7:05 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium right now over at Pick Dogs. I've got lots going on up there, guys. I've got the plays here from Major League Baseball. I got 4 premiums up there. I got a best bet up there right now, and I've got a 3-pack for you. So get on board with those. Or if you can, if you like to, I got my Christmas in July 1-year All Sports Pass reduced right now. $250 off that price. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save another $150 there. So big reduction there when you get on over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get my 1-year All Sports Pass and get on board over at Pick Dogs with that. And of course, remember that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Remember that 1-year All Sports Pass also includes all the postseason picks are available there for you, as well as the preseason football in there. So great value there with that 1-year All Sports Pass. Remember, we've got NFL, college football, college basketball, your March Madness there, your NBA playoffs. So that 1-year All Sports Pass is the way to go. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We're going to do an impromptu fill-in with Mills. I got Mills in the Skype world. Hopefully I got the connection set to roll here. Let's bring in Mills right now from the Skype world. Mills, how's it going today?
What's good, man? How's everybody doing today?
Everything's going great, Mills. All right, got an impromptu play. I believe I've got the game right here. You're going to be looking at this Braves and Brewers game tonight.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good game. Braves going to have Michael Soroka on the mound. He's been struggling so far. Only one win I want to say on the year. A 5.0 ERA, nothing to brag about. One thing I'm going to be looking at here, though, is this K prop over 4.5. That's one thing I like in here. But I like the Braves on the money line. When it comes down to it, you're not going to get the Braves too many games to where they're going to be at a -25 to a -130 on the money line. They are facing a way better pitcher right now, Freddie Peralta. That's actually a pitcher that I wish that the Braves would have aimed for and get in the trade, or even Woodruff over there. Bring him on over to the Braves. But, yeah, Freddie Peralta, I guess the Brewers do got good numbers against the Braves. This is going to be the first game to kick off the series in it, But when it comes down to it, the Braves, one of the best records in MLB, got to be the #1 baseball team. 62 wins, 33 record, 30 wins, 14 losses on the road. Check this one out, man. 48-16 when they get at least 8 hits in the game. I think they can get at least hits in this game, so 8 hits in this game. So I'm going to be taking the Braves on the money line. No bias here. Just a nice price tag to where I think, they should be able to open up the series with a win.
There you go, Mills here. I think it's a cheap here, getting the Braves on the cheap here, -114. I saw it move to -116. We're seeing some line movement here right now coming in this game. So Brave support here, no doubt about that. And, of course, as you said here, Peralta has really put up some pretty good numbers. When you look at the overall numbers, not too impressive, that ERA 4.5. But against the Braves, he's kind of had his number here. And Soroka, they're trying to work with Soroka. I noticed his last start, the manager's working with him one-on-one. They're trying to get him right.
Yeah, man. It comes down to the mentality, too. It's certain games to where I remember he gets to the third inning, and we're looking decent. And then all of a sudden, everything goes. And after that third inning, when you're coming back from being out the game for, I think, 2 years or so, and one injury after the other, he just wants to get through the game to be like, hey, man, I went a solid 6 innings this game, another solid 6 innings this game, another solid 7 innings. That's what you want to work back up to. He hasn't been able to do that. So the confidence is going to be one thing that, trying to get going with him too. But, yeah, man, this is the thing. Soroka was our ace. Before Max Fried, it was Soroka. Before Strider, it was Soroka. Soroka got hurt, and, the story went from there. The Braves are one of those teams to where they can call up pitchers out the blue, and you see what Elder's doing now, over here with the Braves. So, they definitely got one of the better farm systems and one of the better coaching staffs on there too as well.
Yeah, and they don't mess around in Atlanta because if you don't get it right, man, they even sent Soroka down to work on some things early on in the season.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's the reason. Yeah, you blow up with the ERA like that, we're not going to be able to hide you up here at the major leagues like that. We can hide you down there, but not at the major leagues, On the Braves, too, one thing that I do like, Austin Riley is finding that bat again, folks. He said he's making playing fun again. When he's playing, he's having fun again. It's been, I'll be honest, I don't know how he made the All-Star game. I guess it's a reserve. That just shows how bad the backup third basemen are. But my boy's been a little bit slumped before the All-Star game. Now, though, this week, as of, late, he's picking it up. We already know Ronald Acuna National MVP of the year. That's already a bet to make. But I'm telling you guys like this, and it's a bet that I already made. Spencer Strider is going to win the Cy Young. They're not going to give it to Zach Gallen. Y'all seen Zach Gallen the other day, right? Like, records decent, records full, but you're not doing nothing. I mean, I'm not going by numbers, but I think off memory, I think like Spencer Strider got like 160 Ks, maybe 183. I don't know, man, but like he's setting numbers and records right now with the strikeout thing. Best strikeout pitcher in baseball. Spencer Strider is going to be the Cy Young winner. I'm going to bet that now. Already bet it before.
That's right. You're looking at Spencer Strider there. Although I will say there has been, the pitcher that's turned around, but it might be too late, has been this Corbin Burns.
Oh, way too late. Yeah, he's been great. He's been great. He's been holding teams to, I want to say, under 2 runs in his last 4 or 5 starts out. Hitting that K prop for us as we know he should. But it's one of those things to where if he goes on that streak of 8 straight wins with maybe 1 loss in between, that's the only way. That's the guy that I follow, but his record ain't there. And his ERA is still high, probably from earlier on in the season. But as of, I want to say, probably the last, month or so, I mean, Blake Snell, too. Blake Snell has a stat out there to where I think, I don't know what it is, but he's either something on the ERA or something. But the last, 4 weeks, Blake Snell has been one of the better pitchers in baseball.
Yeah, the thing with Blake Snell, I think in 4 of his past 5 starts, he's not got out of the 5th. He's just on 5 innings.
That's the thing, man. That's been ever since Tampa Bay Rays, though.
5 innings Snell, part-time pitcher, getting full-time money. Kawhi.
Imagine, watch this. That's what the Dodgers need. Listen, hear me out. That's what the Dodgers need. The Dodgers need somebody that they can go in there and eat up 3 to 4 innings. They always needed a pitcher like that. They never had it for the last,
since Maeda left.
Yeah, since Maeda. Exactly. Maeda became a starter somewhere else and didn't really
Urias did that, too, when he first broke in. They were babying him a lot.
Yep.
Although there's folks that say Snell pulls himself out after 5 years. A San Diego fan out there close to the team is very. There's a lot of drama. Although it doesn't circulate outside of San Diego, but there's a lot of drama circulating over that Padres team right now. A lot of veterans. When you have a lot of veterans, a lot of free agents who didn't come up, so there's a lot of strangers in the locker room, and you're not gelling. That creates a lot of drama in that locker room.
A lot, man. You had Joe Musgrove calling people out last year, and that dude didn't even play for half the year. And he was being the leader of the locker room. You got Yu Darvish. This guy ain't gonna say nothing. The bats, Machado. He's a real one, but he's not from the team like that. He's an acquired free agent. Tatis, you're not gonna respect somebody off the juice. I mean, it just is left and right. And be honest, the only thing I could save them is if they had a coach like Dusty Baker, because I know baseball. But watch this. I don't even know who the coach of the Padres is, man.
Yeah, that's a rough one there, no doubt. All right, Mills, we got you on board here with the Braves here to get it done for tonight's action. All right, Mills, let's take over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, as you know, we got a game starting, so we got 13 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. Of course, Mills was red hot, coming off a red hot UFC picks. Those UFC picks were on fire last week. His rundown in that 5-0 on Saturday. Of course, baseball as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, man. I got something for you guys tonight to get your feet wet in the baseball field. Play going on, I want to say in an hour from now. That's one play up there. Now I got 2 UFC bets already on the board for you guys. Get them now while the prices are pretty much the same as they are, especially on one of them, my UFC winners bet. But besides that, I'm going to have 2 more plays up there for you guys for the UFC card tomorrow. UFC London goes down early morning, okay? 12 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. Pacific my time, okay? I'm going to be wake up early morning, yawning, cashing some tickets. So go ahead and get your bets now. Get your 3-day pass. It's Thursday. This is the best time to get everything that I'm putting out there. Everything in baseball related. Baseball related, I usually include the player prop too. So that way you have 2 ways to get paid. It's always better that way. 2 is better than 1. So, besides that, check out the Mills Rundown. We went 12-1 last week on our predictions, so just check that out. Leave them in the comments and below. Let us know what you guys are shopping for on that. Check out my player prop video. You can't go wrong with that. Definitely, man. I like Ohtani tonight, man. Ohtani tonight over 7.5.
That's right, guys. Got it, bro. Mills over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's go ahead and let's get that win from yesterday into the graphic here. 861 units of profit last 7 days. Mills has been on fire. You know his UFC card was fantastic. So get on board with Mills. That 3-day pass is great right now. All of Mills Premium plays here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Lots of baseball, and of course that UFC card from London. So get on board with that with Mills, as we get that UFC card coming up. And of course, you want to check out his UFC rundown over at Pick Dogs Premium. So make sure you guys subscribe and set those notifications. So when Mills drops those videos, you get them right away before these lines move. Get them right away, indeed. And you see the great results here from Mills. Pick is a promo code. You'll save 15% off that 3-day all sports pass, making a fantastic value right now from Mills over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get that 3-day pass. That's the way to roll. All right, Mills, thanks for the quick fill-in. You can do this anytime you like. We got you here on the Skype. Got your dedicated channel here on the show on the Skype. So enjoy the weekend. Good luck with those UFC picks, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Hopefully the Wi-Fi ain't bad.
No, it's great, actually. I love it.
Got it. Yeah, usually when I check in from areas, it's horrible. So, yeah.
We got a question from the chat. All right, here's a question from the chat. He wants to know, because you're a Braves guy. Can the Braves get to 100 wins this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think they're gonna regress a little bit. Braves is the second season team. That's when they get hot, but they started off so hot. I don't expect them to stay that hot. But I actually do think so. With Max Fried coming back, and like I said, we've been doing this, man. We've been doing this with like kind of call up pitchers. Our best pitcher has been Spencer Strider. Charlie Morton's been So it really we haven't had a strong 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We only had really a strong 1, 2, and not even a 1, 2, because Max Fried's been hurt the whole year. So,
Kyle Wright now too. Yeah, Kyle Wright's been another one.
Yeah, man, I forgot about him too as well, man. Damn. Yeah, that dude had a gang of wins last year for us as well too, man.
But the key is getting them ready for the postseason and the playoff run for the Braves. So there you go. All right, Mills, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the hot weather. Find a cool spot, and we'll catch up with you next week.
All right, Tony. I appreciate you guys out there in the Pick Dogs. Let's get it on. Oh,
there you go. Here we go with Mills here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the show. You got my pick already, so let's go ahead and get to the recap here, and then we'll let you roll here for the weekend. Let's go ahead and get the. Actually, before we hit the recap. Yeah, let's hit the recap, and then we'll get to we'll give you some scoring updates here. We got some games here that began here. There are. We have 3 games underway right now, so we still have 11 games on the card for tonight. Let's get to the recap. We started off here with Jay. Jay liked the Rays -143 against the Orioles. Brian was on the Blue Jays +109 against Mariners. Rod the Red Sox -113 against the Mets. Nick says Twins -150 against the White Sox. I'll be Giants Nationals over 9.5. And of course, we had Mills here on the Braves. Braves was his pick, an impromptu pick here with a fill-in today. Braves -114 here against the Brewers. One I like the most, I like Rod's pick here with the Red Sox here against the Mets. That's the one I like the most. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's give you some updates here on the scores. We know that the Cubs get the victory today, 4-3 as favorites of -130. Had to come from behind from an early deficit. Total stays under the total of 8.5 runs. Games in progress. Rockies has pushed across 2 runs. Braxton Garrett on the mound. He's been giving up some runs of late. Rockies 2-0, still batting top of the first. They were big dogs at +197. The total sits at 8.5 runs. Marlins have really struggled coming off the break. Padres quickly 3-0, still batting top of the first. Boy, these road teams have jumped early on in these games. 3-0. Padres big favorites -152 at the close. Total sitting here at 9. Orioles and the Rays. They've played 1 full inning. No score here. Orioles and Rays. End of the first. Rays big favorites here -142 in this one. All right, let's continue on here. I think we got another update for you here. Royals and Yankees here to stop here top of the hour. Looks like it was a what was it here? Cronenworth 2-run triple. Padres with that 3-0 lead early on in that game. Then we get to the afternoon games. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again here on Monday live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll go out their place for you here in real time, so make sure you guys tune in for that. And don't forget our Christmas in July promotion. Our 1-year passes have been reduced by many of our cappers over at Pick Dogs. So get that 1-year pass. This is the time to do it. Running now until August 1st. And you can also use that promo code PICK at checkout to save the 15% off. Remember, we did not have that promo code last year. Now you can add additional 15% off that Christmas July special when you use that promo code. So get over there and get signed up to these one-year passes. That's the best value over at Pick Dogs. And don't forget all the video series here over the weekend. We got the live shows 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Chris, you got Jay, and a lot of the drive-through cappers joining them in there. We got confirmation today here from Rod that he'll be on the show. Brian will be on the show. So you guys make sure you tune in. And of course, we got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tools Show, Nerf Fees, Your Fees. Of course, his professional betting roundtable as well. And of course, we got Ron Romanelli with his Major League Baseball rundown to pick from every game on the card. Of course, Jay NFL Show with Mitch. And of course, we've got the Nerfy Yerfy here from Nick. Mills with his parlay videos and Mills with his UFC rundown up on the channel. So make sure you guys check it out. Brad with his parlay picks as well. Lots of content on our channel, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Mike Davis, I hope he has a show Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Maybe he's on. I hope he's not so wrong. Also, his prize picks of the day, parlay videos as well. First 5 innings there from Mike as well over on the channel, guys. So make sure you guys tune in for that. All right, that's going to do it for our channel. That's going to do it for the show today. I'd like to thank everybody here for joining us. We'll bring in our cappers from tonight. Anyway, goodbye to you guys.